Happy New Year! As we head into 2023, you may be wondering if it's a good time to buy a home. Some of the headlines make it sound like it isn't, but remember, headlines are meant to grab your attention. Take time to read the article. You might find that it tells a different story than the headline, or at least it puts it into perspective. That said, the answer to whether it's a good time to buy a home should be based on your own personal situation. There isn't one general time that is right for everyone. As a buyer, you want to consider things like your motivation for buying a home. Are you moving out of the area for work? Has your family grown or gotten smaller and you really need more or less space? Are you renting and feeling like you're paying too much rent? There are other financial aspects too. Have you been pre-approved or reached out to a lender to see if you need to work on your credit or save money for closing costs before you're ready to buy a home? Maybe you qualify for some of the down payment assistance options that are out there. Talking with a lender will help you understand if you are financially set to buy a home. Ask your favorite realtor for some great lenders to reach out to. If you find you are ready, is now a good time? At this point, you missed the fantastic all-time low mortgage interest rates we had during the pandemic. But that created an extreme shortage of inventory since so many buyers wanted to take advantage of them, and it was a difficult market for buyers. During that time, buyers had challenges finding a home that met their needs. Many settled for homes that they wouldn't normally have been interested in. It was also difficult to get an offer accepted when multiple buyers were making offers on the same home. During that time, buyers were offering significantly over asking price and even above what the house appraised for, just to get their offer accepted. So even though they were paying lower interest rates, there was that. Buyers were also waiving inspections to get their offer accepted during that time. So in some cases, they bought a home that had hidden issues that a home inspection might have uncovered. Now that the housing market is returning to a more normalized state, even though the mortgage rates are up, buyers have some advantages in this market. There is more inventory available. A home that is priced attractively may still go quickly with multiple offers, but in general, buyers don't have to rush out and see the home the first day it's listed. Buyers have more flexibility with what they offer. In most cases, it's no longer necessary to offer significantly over asking price, and often they're offering under the asking price, especially if the home has been on the market for a bit. Some sellers are agreeing to other concessions too, such as buyer credits or cash back at closing, to help with things like interest rate buy downs and other closing costs. And buyers can now add an inspection contingency to their offer and not worry as much about whether it won't be accepted for that reason. If you have to sell a home first, more home sale contingencies are being accepted. And some lenders are offering deals on future refinancing or other options to attract clients. If you're currently renting, you are paying someone else's mortgage. When you buy a home, you can start building equity of your own. Okay, that one always exists, but I just thought I'd mention it. The expert predictions don't always seem to agree on what the interest rates will do in 2023, and they were so very, very wrong with their predictions in early 2022 that we would be about at a 4% rate by the end of the year. Some agree that if rates drop back down into the low fives, then more buyers will be back in the market and we may be back into a multiple offer situation again. Don't forget, if you take advantage of the current market and buy at today's mortgage rates, you can look into refinancing if and when the mortgage rates drop down to a point where it makes sense to do so. And some lenders have even recently offered deals with no lender fees for refinancing if it's done within a certain period of time, such as 5 years after purchase. There may still be other costs involved, but it would be cheaper than normal. Experts also can't agree on what they predict home prices will do in 2023, but many believe that the prices will hold at roughly the same value or possibly go down just slightly. The thought is that it depends on the specific market. So areas that had the highest increases in home value during the pandemic years may see the largest decreases during 2023. We just have to remember that things got a bit inflated during those years. Homeownership is typically considered a good investment, and with any investment, if you plan to hold it for some time, that is what counts most, what it's worth when you sell it, not next month or even next year in most cases. And the average length to own a home is now over 10 years. So if you just read the headlines and think everything is doom and gloom for buyers, start reading the articles for the details and call me and let's talk about your personal situation. It's really not a bad time at all to buy a home if you're ready to do so. Thanks and have a great 2023.